Hey homesteaders, today we're going to talk about a topic that's seriously bothering me, and it may affect all of us. In fact, it probably is going to affect all of us who are trying to be self-sufficient. So to be self-sufficient, you need to do it yourself or DIY your projects. And if you don't have a lot of money, that helps out a lot if you gain the knowledge on how to do it and then do it. Because if you gain the knowledge on how to do something and then attempt to do it and do it successfully because you've educated yourself, you may not be able to get it under warranty, to have your house insured, and a whole host of other things because of ridiculous licensing requirements. Now, licensing requirements can be good in some situations, and I think very few. I think the market can work out any issues with anybody messing around and not performing the best that they can in a certain profession. Take mine, for instance, architecture. I understand the licensing requirements to a T. There are plenty of licensed architects out there who don't know a thing. Way less than I do. And that's not an ego thing. That is working with somebody who has a license, whom you have to help through things because they don't know, because they just went and took a couple of tests and passed them with no problem. There are so many cases of ridiculous government overreach with licensing requirements and professional organizations forming themselves and then requiring licenses. Let's take hair braiding, for example. Holding down a group of people because they braid hair in a certain way, requiring them to go to school for a year and spend thousands of dollars so they can braid people's hair is ridiculous, and it has to stop. Now, when you are getting licensed to be a doctor, that's different. However, this licensing requirement ridiculousness has crept in everywhere. The lawyers have gotten their hands in everything, and it's bothering me bad. And it's bothering me bad because of this thing right here. I have a video in production on how to install one of these. I educated myself. I talked with a very good friend of mine who is an HVAC technician, licensed, and had him out here to actually vacuum the lines because I didn't have the equipment. I wasn't going to buy it. Vacuum the lines and release the refrigerant into the lines. Went perfectly smoothly. He inspected everything, said I did a perfectly fantastic job, very to the T, to the point, looked at the manual, everything was perfect. Guess what? The head unit inside won't turn on. So, it doesn't work. So I called the manufacturer. Unfortunately, they won't talk to me because I'm not a licensed professional. So the head unit will not power up, and that's how you turn the system on. Obviously, it's in the wiring or it's in the computer boards in both or either part. And everything's wired correctly. Had my buddy check it over, licensed guy, he said it looked perfect. It should work. But I cannot get this to work, and I cannot get the company to do anything for me. What I have to do is now call out another licensed professional, another one, to come stand here, call the company on the phone, tell them what the problem is, which we already pretty much know, and then maybe send me a part that's bad, that's faulty, probably the board on the inside, or the communication board on the outside. It's going to cost me $300 to do that. And that is annoying that people can't put in their own equipment. Now let me talk about a company that I'm going to use here soon, maybe. And that's Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool touts themselves as being DIY friendly. All right? They say you can put it in as the homeowner and you can do it yourself. It's easy to do. We have pre-charged lines and all this. You know what they don't tell you? They don't tell you, except in the fine print, that if you don't use a licensed professional to put those in, then you void the warranty. Even if you know what you're doing. Even if you put it in, even if you follow their advertising as DIY. You can't put it in. You have to hire the licensed professional, or else you have no warranty on anything for that unit. That's ridiculous. So friends, if you're trying to be self-sufficient and you want to do these things yourself, you gotta have a license or have a licensed professional do it. Or do it yourself, hopefully get it working properly and not have any manufacturing defects in it, like mine, and then live with the consequences of not having a warranty on it at all. Let's talk about something else that bothered me recently with the solar system. I educated myself for 2 years. I consulted with Signature Solar, who's close to me. They are the ones I worked with on it. They helped me through the entire process. I'm not a licensed solar installer. I'm not a licensed electrician, okay? I put the system in, works great, no problems. And I had a friend over here who's an electrician, licensed, and he checked it, said, looks good to me. You did a great job. Okay, this isn't rocket science. Although electricity is dangerous, I do understand. Are there things that licensed professionals know that I don't know? Absolutely. However, I can't do any of that, and I might have insurance issues. I might have warranty issues, although not with Signature Solar. Not with Signature Solar. I already consulted with them about this. So that's a huge positive for their company and the grow out inverters and all the stuff that they sell. See that window up there? I had somebody come originally install it. I took it out and installed it correctly because it wasn't. That person was a licensed professional. I had a lot of contractors who commented on my video about the window saying, perfect job, you did it correctly. It's the proper way to do it, even if it seems like overkill. That is how you are supposed to do it. I put the door in myself. I did a lot of things. I put this Hardie siding on. Now, am I going to have a warranty issue with that? Because I did it. I'm being facetious now, but you get my point. At a certain point, this ridiculousness has to stop. People are not dumb. They can do things themselves, like braid hair and install certain things. So I just want those of you who are self-sufficient minded to be totally aware of all the consequences that may come with that. You may have insurance problems, warranty problems, companies won't give you a refund on something back, won't give you new parts, something like that, unless you spend the money. You're really not being self-sufficient or a DIYer. But that's the way it is. You're gonna have to do that or find your own workaround, not sure. Even though I have friends who came over as licensed professionals, that didn't really work either because it was on the weekends when they could help me apart from the regular job. I have to hire someone, I trust them, now I have to hire somebody different for a ton of money. So build that into your finances when you're thinking about spending on your homestead. So I'm not about to go perform surgery on myself, right? This is pretty complicated, but I can absolutely install a window or a HVAC unit on the side of my house. If you think I'm being a little ridiculous, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments below. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments below and we'll have a discussion about it. Hey, so next week I'm going to install my water heater. Shh, don't want anybody to know that I'm not a licensed plumber to be able to do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. As always, have a beautiful day and we will see you on the next video. Take care, bye.